Good morning, Year 3. Right, we're talking column multiplication in this lesson, and this is a continuation, a next lesson from the grid method. So if you haven't done the grid method stuff from myself or Mrs. Miles last week, you need to do that bit first, please. This bit is column multiplication. It's also known as formal written methods. It can also be called short multiplication or short written multiplication. And it's not one where you need to do it all in your head. This is a written working out. It does mean that you need to know some of your times tables. So we've got a little hint here. I'm going to put a times table square on each of the questions. I want you, if you don't know your times tables very well, to use that times table square in every question so that you're getting the understanding of the calculation right, even if you don't know your times tables. I also, for this lesson, want you to have a pencil, a ruler, and a maths book or a piece of squared paper ready. You're going to use it quite a bit. I'm going to be pausing throughout, so you need to have your finger on the pause button and your other finger holding a pencil. Okay, so this is what a calculation that is called column multiplication looks like. It looks very much, I'm sure, like your addition and subtraction. The only thing that you have to remember about this is that some of the bits of the calculation don't work straight down. Very important. So let's just go through it. I think this one will be quite easy for you. The first thing we're going to do is we record our grid in the right columns. So we've got units and tens and hundreds. There aren't any hundreds in this question, but the answer might have hundreds. So what we do is we always draw the two lines at the bottom, these two here. We always draw those two one line bigger than the question, so that we know we can always fit it all in. Right, first bit. So we've written our calculation out. We've put hundreds, tens, and units in our columns. And the first bit is we always work on the units first. So the first thing is 5 times 2. Again, I'm going to show you with the times table square. If you don't need to use the times table square, then you're absolutely grand. You can just do it in your head. So 5 times 2, 5, and we go down 2 spaces, 1, 2, and we get to 10. So when we have the number 10, what we do is we only ever write down the units amount between these two lines. So the units goes there, and the tens, this bit here, that is going to go underneath the next column. So we call this a carried digit, a digit which has been carried over from the column before, and we have to add this on at the end. I'll show you what you have to do next. So 5 times 2 makes 10, and that's what the 10 will look like when you put it in. And our next calculation is 3 times 2. That's here. Do you see how we have to do diagonal? That's different to the multiplication, to the addition and the subtraction you've done before. And 3 times 2, let's go back over to our times table square. 3 times 2, we go down 2 jumps, 1, 2, and we get 6. Now we can't just write 6 here. We can't write 6 here because we have, I guess the best way to remember it is a troll hiding under the bridge. We have this guy here. And this guy we have to add on to our multiplication. So we know that 3 times 2 makes 6. So 3 times 2 makes 6. And then we add 1, which gives us 7. And that means that 35 times 2 will give us 70. Now I've used my carry digit. I'm sure you remember me saying add 1. So we're going to cross that out. And if we cross it out, it means we don't forget to use it. 35 times 2 makes 70. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Now we're doing 43 times 4. So I want you to pause the video and have a go using the same method, and we'll talk about it in just a second. Pause the video and try on your piece of paper 43 times 4. Go. Okay, so first bit, 4 times 3 or 3 times 4. We go to 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Right, remember, we only write the units digit down into the space. The other bit goes onto the next column. So that's 12. The next thing we're going to do is we've done our 3 times 4. Now we're going to do 4 times 4 here. And 4 times 4 will give us, let's see, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Remember, we have a troll under the bridge. So we're 16, and then we're adding 1. 16 add 1 is 17. Now, this is important. The 7 goes here from the 17. The 1 goes here. But because there's nothing to multiply in our hundreds, we just take that one. We've used that one already. Take that one that's left in the hundreds column and we just put it straight in there and cross it out. So we know we've used it. So the answer to 43 times 4 is 172. Let's do the next question. Right, pause the video, have a go. Okay, let's go through it. First bit, 7 times 4. 7 times 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 28. Remember 28, we're only going to write in the units between the two lines, 8. The 2 goes into the next column. Next bit we've got, let's try and clear up as we go along, is 5 times 4. This is the second part. 5 times 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 20. But we're not going to put down 20 because we've got the troll under the bridge. 20 add 2 makes 22. So we put the 2 here and the 2 there. We've used this one already, so I'm going to cross that one through. And because there's nothing in the hundreds to multiply, we're just going to carry that 2 upwards and cross it out. So the answer to 57 times 4 is 228. If you're getting a bit stuck, maybe pause the video and go back, start again. Otherwise, let's move on to the next step. Now we've got 3 digits multiplied by 1 digit. Now this is exactly the same method. Pause the video, have a go for a second, and we'll go through the answer together. Okay, let's go through it. So 5 times 4 first. 5 times 4. 5 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20. Remember, only putting the units into the space here. 20. Next bit. We've done our 5 times 4. Now we're going to do 3 times 4 here. Second part. And 3 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 12. 12, but we can't write 12 in yet because we have the troll under the bridge. 12 add 2 makes 14. So 4 goes here, the 1 goes here. We've put another troll under the bridge. Now, normally, if it's just 2 digits, we take that 1 and put it straight up. But you can see that we haven't done our multiplication of 2 times 4. So we can't do anything yet. We can't finish the calculation. We've got to do 2 times 4 now. I'm going to have to do a bit of a wiggly line here. Ooh, looks a bit like a donut or some sort of pastry. 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And we have the 1 left over under the bridge. So 8 add 1 is 9. So 235 times 4 gives us 940. Let's have another go. Pause the video, have a go, unpause when you're ready. Okay, first step, 2 times 5. 2 times 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, 10, 10. Next part, 4 times 5. 4 times 5. Let's go back over to our times table square. 4 times 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. Now, 20, add the troll. 21. 1 goes here, 2 goes here. We've used that one. Next part. We've got 3 times 5 with our slightly strange pastry looking thing there. 3 times 5. 3 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. But we've got 2 here, so it's 15. Add 2, and that gives us 17. Now, this is an issue. 7 here, 1 here. We're going to have to put a thousands column in here. Now, there are no thousands to multiply, so we just pull that number up. And we go there. So the answer to 342 times 5 is 1,710.